Hi everyone, FB here to bring you a cast of the BA Championship F1 Malaysian GP. This event is hosted by the Black Angel team, and every race will take place on the week after the real race happens, starting at 9:30 p.m. CEST, and it will last until November. The races will last for about 1 hour, and pit stops will be necessary to refill your fuel during the race. If you want to participate in the races, then you'll have to download the Stadium F1 title pack and simply get on the server before the race starts. We had the first race played 2 weeks ago, and here are the current standings. Remix won that race and got 35 points. Marius A9 took second and got 29. Edster took third and got 24. Shak fourth with 20. Sopra fifth with 17. Losco sixth with 15. Kramer seventh with 14. MC Robert 8 with 13, and Lars at 9th with 12 points. And we are about to start now, so good luck, have fun. Unfortunately, the widgets on the server did not load for me, so you're not going to see the animations in the pit stops. Unfortunately, not sure why it's not working. Maybe someone can let me know that in the comments to the YouTube VOD, so I know how to fix it in the future. But it should still be able to I should still be able to follow the race at least. And we see Serif or Sheriff taking the lead ahead of Mars A9, Major and Chuck. There will be 50 laps driven, and that will be 400 checkpoints. So I should have a better idea now as to when the race will end. We aren't seeing Remix playing. Sopra though is driving. I see Edster, Mars A9. A couple of new players as well, so that's nice. I think we have 20 players in total, or maybe 19. Tommy seems to not be playing right now. So Mars 89 in the lead. So yeah, normally you would see a pit stop widget to the lower right, and that would show you how much refill the players got, or how much fuel, I mean. And that one will gradually go down, and then the players will have to go into the pit stop to refill the fuel. But yeah, unfortunately it did not load. I tried to fix it by downloading the replay, but did not work for some reason. We see Marius A9 still in the lead. I guess we have entered the second lap now, if I'm not mistaken. I believe there are 8 checkpoints per lap. Unless I'm misinformed, but we'll see. We got Major at second place, did not play in the first race. Of course, this is not... does not work like in my own race, where only your 6 best results will count or anything like that. You kind of have to play in all the races. Or well, I guess you don't have to, but if someone does, then that player will, I guess, likely win the season as well. But it's a long season though, a lot of races, so we'll see. Also, there is a point of view stream of this race by Edster. If you want to watch a player's point of view, just click on the Trackmania 2 Stadium link above my stream, and you should see his stream as well. And Major has now gone up in the lead, passing Mars A9. I'm not sure how many laps they can finish before they have to enter the pit stop, but they should be able to complete a couple of more laps at least. About to enter another lap pretty soon. I believe this is the last turn. Of course, these tracks are all handmade by MC Robert. Custom textures, custom objects. So that's pretty cool. And if you haven't checked it out, just download the Stadium F1 title pack and you can drive on these tracks. I think he has a full set now of all the tracks, if I'm not mistaken. There will be 50 laps this time. 400 checkpoints. I believe there are 8 checkpoints per lap. So yeah, close fight between Major and Marseille 9 in the start. And then we got Edster at third, took third as well in the Australian GP. And again, you can watch his point of view if you want. Then we have Danik B for Speedo team. Did not play in the first race. As we see, Edster closing in on Marseille 9 over the stretch. Will also pass him, and Danik B also getting closer. Went a bit too wide though. But yeah, really close early on. I remember in the first race we saw a lot of crashes in the start. So maybe that track was a bit more difficult. This one seems a bit closer. Sopra is at 5th. Not too far behind the very top. We got Shuck at 6th. And it's a bit of a bigger gap down to Shuck. A couple of seconds. Then we got Sheriff at 7th. Losco at 8th. MC Robert at 9th. Joshi at 10th. Be Happy at 11th. Kavaruju, something like that, at 12th. Fluff at 13th. Lars at 14th, played in the first race. We got Supreme at 15th. Kira von Black at 16th. We also got Attila driving at 17th, and that seems to be the last player. So it's like twice the amount of participants compared to the first race, so that's nice to see. Hopefully it will grow as the season continues. As I mentioned before, you don't have to sign up for this race or anything like that. Just have to go on the server before it starts, and the maps are always available in the title pack, so you can just practice on them leading up to the race. We see that Remix did have the fastest time on this track, ahead of Sheriff and Psychos. Ooh, Major hitting the curb and getting a slowdown. Driving over the curbs in this game is not really what you want to do, because it often will give you a slowdown, and Marseille 9 will now take over that first place. You want to avoid that as much as possible, I think. Let's see if follow mode... Oh, okay, follow mode actually fixed the problem. Wow. So that was the reason why the widget did not show up. So now, thanks by the way, Rusk, for that. So yeah, the problem was that I was in replay mode and not follow. So follow fixed it. So now I can see, and you can see as well, these animations. So now they get a warning here, because they have to enter the pit stop pretty soon. As you can see in the lower right, it's in the red area now. It's a bit covered by the position though, unfortunately, but you can still see it pretty well.
Return immediately to the pits.
And there's also the voice. So yeah, the players will enter the pit stop in the upcoming lap, I suppose. Really tight here between Marseille 9 and Major, side by side almost. With Marseille 9 keeping a small lead. Alright, so I believe the pit stop is coming up now, and they will have to enter it. If they don't enter it, then they will get a black screen, and basically I believe they can't continue the race unless they maybe respawn, not sure. But anyways, here's the pit stop. So here's how it looks like. And now the players are supposed to wait here until this animation is over. You can actually skip it, which we saw players do a lot in the first race, and I believe Major did it. Yeah, Major did it and Marseille 9 waited. So I don't know, there's not really a rule for this, although I think it should be. Preferably though, it should just be fixed that you can't play before the whole animation is over, but for some reason you can skip it, and that's what Major did here. Did not respect the rule, or maybe he didn't know it. And I shouldn't say rule, because I don't think there is a rule about it either, so it's kind of like common courtesy, I guess. So yeah. Anyways, we'll just roll with it, I guess. Major in the lead now, Marseille 9 at second. And it's possible Marseille 9 will adjust and also skip it now that he sees that Major is skipping it, because it's it will save you a lot of time, as you can see. At least a couple of seconds, like 4 or 5 seconds, if you do it well. So Major in the lead. Oh no, Edster in the lead. Actually, yeah, Edster did one more lap, it looks like. And now enters the pit stop, and I believe he will wait the full animation before driving. But that means he will lose his first place. Major and Marseille 9 will pass him. And off he goes. Also Jacques will pass him. So yeah, you can kind of like choose when you want to go into the pit stop, but you want to like try to do it as not that many times, of course. See Major about to overlap Kira von Black. And Marseille 9 still quite far behind. Maybe is closing in on Major a bit. You can see here to the right how far behind they are. Danik B now at third place, pretty close to Marseille 9. Entering the next lap now. We have driven through 73 checkpoints out of 400, so still a long way to go in this race. And it definitely seems to be an easier course compared to the Australian GP. Not seeing as many crashes here. This turn though is pretty tricky. I was playing the track a bit earlier and the turn Major just passed. I guess Marseille 9, oh he already passed it, but yeah, that one is kind of tricky. Oh, and I get a disconnect. That's not good. Did that happen to everyone? I think so. Yep. Server went down. Well. I can't even load the servers anymore. What's going on? This does not seem good. I can't even go back now. I don't know what happened. Maybe something with the title pack or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Let's go back and then in again. Okay. Yeah, the server is down. Dang, that's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, it went down. So I don't know what will happen now, if it will be restarted. Hopefully it will. I don't have any contacts with the organizers. I don't know what they are planning to do here. Would be nice if someone knew maybe what will happen now. At least it was pretty early into the race. It wasn't like it was in the end of the race, but you know, it's already pretty late in Europe at least. So I don't know if they will restart the race from the whole beginning or not. Still no server up. I don't know, it seems like no one is like in my chat either from Black Angel team, so yeah, I don't know, we might have to stop the stream here. That's really unfortunate. I don't know if we can blame it on Mania Planet though for this. I mean, it might be the server is just you know, the server just went down for some reason. I mean, these servers are still up, so seems to be a case with only that server. But yeah, the server is still not back. Oh wait, yes, it is back. It's a pass. What? Oh, what? It was all there all the time. Okay, so maybe it was me actually. Sorry about that. Alright, we're back. Wow. It's so silly that Mania Planet does not show like all the servers. You have to like toggle the private one. But yeah, we are still live into the race, so that's good at least. I'm very happy to see that. But yeah, I did miss a couple of laps, I suppose. But I can live with that, that's fine. And this also seems to have made so that the widget does not show anymore, even if I'm in follow mode. Not sure why that is. Actually, maybe if I go into player mode. Oh, I can't. There's a password. Never mind. Ah, well, we will just have to be without it, I guess. All right. So looks like Marseille 9 is back in the lead, but it's still extremely close between Major and Marseille 9. Wow, look at this. Few thousands between them right now. Actually, 1,000 of a second between them over that stretch, and pretty much been this close since the start of the race. Oh, Major will get a slowdown from the curb. Yeah, everything's under control, no worries. It was kind of scary though, I gotta admit. That would have sucked. I don't know why I got that though, no one else it seems. Hopefully I only got it, none of the players. Okay, it might come back when they enter the pit stop, we'll see. Let's see how far behind Danik B is. Not very far behind, so Danik B could also potentially win this race. We got about 290 checkpoints left to pass. Okay, so Danik B will enter the pit stop, so will also Major and Marseille 9, and here is the animation again, so that did fix it. So yeah, I think my Major will skip it again. Marseille 9 writes in the chat now, wait 7 seconds, but Major does not do it. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Okay, Major will stop now, so he figured it out, I think, yeah. He's gonna respect it as well, he just didn't know it. So from now on I think Major will also wait the full 7 seconds. It wasn't really made clear in the start of the race. It should be more clear, I think. But maybe I'm just being too serious about it, I don't know. So yeah, Major will drop down to second place. Marseille 9 again in the lead, and here's that turn I was mentioning. You gotta make sure that you get back on the track before the checkpoint, which I believe Major did, but if you miss it there, then you're not going to finish the lap. And I actually did that the first time I played. So I drove like 5 laps and like could not understand why the checkpoints weren't why I didn't get more checkpoints. Ooh, huge crash from Major. As we see Edster now entering the pit stop. He's entering it on different laps compared to the others. We'll see if that will pay off in the end. So here's this very realistic animation. I actually think it's pretty cool. Seeing stuff like this in this game. Hope to see even more like crazy stuff. Like in terms of title packs and like custom tracks and stuff like that. Would love to see more of these kind of events. Like maybe it doesn't have to be Formula 1, maybe it could be something else as well, you know. I think it's pretty cool. There's a lot of potential to make like cool events out of it. Alright, so oh, Danik B now up to second place. But still only about 2 to 3 seconds between top 3. Let's see how far Sopra is. About 1 turn behind. Can still make a comeback here. Sopra, who has played in these races a lot. I don't know how many editions it's been of this event in the past, but Sopra has I believe been the winner in pretty much all of them. Then we got Chuck at 5th, And Edster now drops down to 6th place. Was at 3rd in the start. We got Losco at 7th. Sheriff at 8th, who got a really good time on this track, but not able to stay consistent, I suppose. MC Robert still at 9th. Fluff at 10th. Sopra has overlapped him. We got Joshi at 11th. Be Happy at 12th. Kira von Black at 13th. Supreme at 14th. Lars at 15th. See Danik B and Major passing him. And then Kavaruju has retired. So has all these players as well. So we got 15 players still driving. And here is the current leader, Morris89. He's passed 138 checkpoints in total, and we are playing to 400 checkpoints, 50 laps. Yeah, Nelky, the problem, the main problem I have as well is that late starting time. I think a lot more people would play in it if it started at like 8 PM CST now, summertime. Not sure actually why it starts so late. But I'm sure they have their reasons though. But yeah, it would be nice if it started a bit earlier for the Europeans. So Marseille 9 with still some gas in the tank will be able to complete a couple of more laps before he needs to enter the pit stop again. Danik B is 3 seconds behind, I can see now. And then Major is, I guess, half a second or less behind Danik B. A couple of tenths. In the first race, the Australian GP, it was Remix versus Marseille 9 for almost the whole duration of the race. It's really close between them, with Remix ultimately winning. Ooh, small bump for Danik B, but Major not able to capitalize. Here comes this tight left turn again. Danik B will exit with more speed. I think he got closer to Marseille 9 as well. See if Sopra has gotten any closer, maybe. I think so. It seems like he's gaining on them. Oh, Danik B with a mistake. I thought for a second he would go into the refill, which he will now.
Enters the pits
but
now
it looked
for a
like he
stop.
made a mistake and then decided to enter the pit stop. Might as well do it now. So yeah, that's gonna make it hard to know who is the actual well, who's keeping second place. Marseille 9, I believe, will still be at first place if he keeps it up, until he will also have to enter the pit stop, which I suppose he will do in the next lap, and so will Major. And this means that Sopra is now up to third. See how far behind he is. 4 seconds behind Major, but it seems like Major continues to have problem with that tight left turn. And now Sopra should be closer to him. Ah, maybe not. It's still about the same actually. Never mind. Major though, getting closer to Marseille 9 for sure. As we will enter another lap. 160 checkpoints. Closing in on the halfway mark. Now we get the warning animation again. Did not hear the voice though this time. Maybe it will still show up. Yeah, there it is. Very authentic. Gives you that Formula 1 feeling. Again, Major not getting much speed out of that turn, which I think is important if you want to set a fast time. You probably want to go like a bit out of on the grass as well to like try to maximize how much speed you will leave that corner with. Malaysian 9 will now enter the pit stop. He will go over the grass a bit, but I guess that is fine. And yeah, Lars says in the chat that he missed 4 checkpoints, so 4 laps behind. Probably was in that that turn to the left. So Malaysian 9 is off here from the pit stop, so is Major, who now will wait the full animation. And then Danik B did, of course, enter that pit stop a couple of laps earlier, but he will be behind Major and Sopra now as well. So perhaps he made some more mistakes. So Sopra up to podium position. Edster is just behind Danik B at 5th place now, has passed Shak, who is a couple of checkpoints behind. And then we got Sheriff at 7th, 1 checkpoint behind Shak. Losco leaving the pit stop. Then we got MC Robert still at 9th place, Joshi at 10th, Fluff at 11th, Be Happy at 12th, Kira von Black at 13th, Supreme at 14th, and Lars now at 15th place.
Enters the pits now for a stop and go.
And he will have to enter the pit for a stop and go, apparently. Not sure what that means exactly. As we see Mars 89 now being ahead with 3 seconds. Extending his lead. And of course he will take over the first place in the total standings as long as he finishes this race, I believe. Since Remix is not playing this time. Oh, Major hitting one of the signs. It did not cost him that much though, because it was just before the left corner. But still, that will put Mars A9 4.5 seconds ahead of Major. And Sopra getting closer to 2nd place. As we enter the stretch. Let's follow Sopra this lap, see if he can get closer to Major. Oh, and Edson now 2 checkpoints behind Danik B. Maybe because he entered the pit stop, it's possible. And Sopra seems to be keeping a good pace so far in this lap. Although I'm not so sure he's actually getting any closer to Major. See here, he's I guess about 1 second behind him. RSA9 losing some time now, but 4 seconds ahead of Major. But yeah, so far a very clean race compared to the first one on Australian GP. Night and day, to be honest. So many crashes on that GP, but on this one the players are much more consistent. Both Sopra and Major did that corner good now. And Mars A9 losing 1 more second, so I don't know, it's still not guaranteed they will take first place whatsoever. As we are reaching the halfway mark now. Mars A9 having passed 200 checkpoints, so 200 checkpoints left to go. 2.5 seconds ahead of Major now, who gains 1 or half a second, perhaps with more speed over that stretch. It's really important on these kind of tracks that you try to exit the turns with a lot of speed, because you do have these long stretches, so it's really important to keep a good amount of speed. Like going on the grass as Major was doing. Oh, but he's gonna get a no drift. That turn continues to cause problems, and Sopra will take advantage of the situation. Goes up to 2nd place, passing Major, and is 4 seconds behind Marseille 9. Will we see Sopra reaching the top? We'll have to enter the pit stop in, I want to say 2 laps maybe. Marseille 9 with the same amount of gas in the tank, and also Major. Danik B though will enter it now. That animation takes about 7 seconds. Will someone pass him? Here comes Edster, who did not enter it. And Edster, as a result, now up to 4th place. So yeah, depending on where, like when the race will end, like that could play a difference. If you know, some players will have to enter the pit stop maybe 1 lap before the last lap, and then some others can finish it without having to enter the pit stop. We'll see what will happen. Top 3 though is on the same like pattern, or not sure how to call it, but they will enter the pit stop at the same time. Oh, Edster hitting the curb. Not what you want to do, and he's gonna end up losing his 4th position. But we could see a nice battle here between Danik B and Edster to the end. And Schuck is actually not that far behind, although he will have to enter the pit stop soon, so I believe he is on a... he will lose some more time pretty soon. And then Sheriff 2 checkpoints behind Schuck, who's 2 checkpoints ahead of Losco. MC Robert pretty far behind Losco at 9th still. Joshi 2 checkpoints behind MC Robert. And Fluff is really close to Joshi. They got the same amount of checkpoints pretty much. Well, Joshi is 1 checkpoint ahead actually. Be Happy at 12th will have to enter the pit stop soon. Kira von Black got a pretty full tank at 13th place. Still pretty far up to Be Happy at 12th. Supreme 2 checkpoints behind Kira von Black. And then Lars very far behind. Did miss a couple of checkpoints, so that is why. Might have missed even more now. Yeah, he's like 50 checkpoints behind Supreme, so it looks like Lars will take last place, if he can even finish it. I'm not sure how long the timer is once first place finished the race. Can't remember. Yeah, I can Neo Slide, but I'm actually pretty bad at it, although I could probably do a tutorial about it. But to be honest, there are already a lot of tutorials on Neo Slides on YouTube, so if you want to see tutorials now, you can just Google or just search it on YouTube, and you should find a couple of tutorials for it. Maybe one is even linked to in the chat right now. But yeah, I'm actually not very good at it. I can do it, but I'm not consistent at it, which is the problem. Of course, I am using a gamepad, and I think it's a bit easier on keyboard, but still, some players are really good at doing it consistent with a gamepad as well. I find it much easier to do it in camera 3 actually, for some reason. I think because there's no delay, there seems to be some delay if you play with camera 2 and camera 1. But when camera 3 is more immediate, which is helpful for Neo Slides. Anyways, Marseille 9 still in the lead in the race. We have passed the halfway mark. 400 checkpoints in total, 50 laps. And now Marseille 9 is how far ahead? Oh, and a huge crash from Major again before this corner. And Sopra is up to second place again. I guess he lost it. That will mean that Marseille 9 is gonna have an even bigger lead. Yeah, he's up to 8 seconds now. Marseille 9 on his way to win this race. Sopra and Major just crashing too much. So as long as Marseille 9 can keep it together, then he should win this race. And he is usually pretty good at that kind of stuff. Very experienced endurance player. Where's Danik B? He is at 4th place. About 3 seconds behind Major. So Danik B still with the chance to get on the podium. And then it's close between Chuck and Edster. Follow this battle for a lap or so. Yeah, I mean, it's possible that I'm not doing the Neo slide correctly, because I always found it pretty hard to do consistently. So it might be something very basic that I'm missing when it comes to how you execute it. It's definitely a useful tech to learn. As we saw in my race last Saturday, that track was very like Neo slide friendly. And if you were able to do it, then you definitely had an advantage. And we saw Wally winning that race, of course, and he did the Neo slides very frequently. And with good success as well.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Not sure what that voice was saying, could barely hear it. Edster has lost a bit of time on Chuck. He is behind with 7600s. Ooh, and Marseille 9 losing 3 seconds. Sopra now 5 seconds behind Marseille 9. Wonder what happened to Marseille 9. Maybe he also fell victim to this turn. And Chuck will... okay, he didn't retire, he just lagged a bit. Looked like he retired for a moment. Yeah, on these kind of tracks, it's also, I think, pretty useful to do the Neo slides, because you often have very like narrow turns and not much space to actually like get a normal drift. It's possible though, I think, in most cases, but if you can do the Neo slide and you feel confident doing it, then it might be worth attempting it. I don't think you really gain anything on it though, it's just maybe might be easier for you. Edster will overlap Kira von Black. He got half a tank left to drive on. See what Chuck does have. Okay, he doesn't have as much in the tank, so Edster will pass him, and if he is lucky, I guess, then he will maybe pass Chuck in the end, just before the race ends. If Chuck will have to enter the pit stop before the last lap or so. Ooh, will hit the curb. But Edster did not. Okay, he is gaining quite a lot here on Chuck, so that just shows how important it is to keep your speed, especially on those long stretches. And Danik B now pretty close to Chuck and Edster. Might have fallen down a bit. Yeah, he's 2 checkpoints behind Major now. Alright, let's go to Sopra, see how far ahead or behind Marseille 9 he is. It's 5 seconds. 5 seconds as we are 30 checkpoints away from reaching 300. And again, we are playing to 400 checkpoints. Sopra entering another lap here. And this will be his last lap before entering the pit stop. The same will be the same for Malaysian 9 and Major as well. Okay, so the voice apparently said, as far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster, which seems very random to me. I don't know why I couldn't hear it too well. But yeah, I don't know how that fits with Formula 1. Maybe I'm missing something. But yeah, it seems like Sopra is getting closer. He's gaining on Malaysian 9 in each lap by the looks of it. Okay, he's gonna enter the pit stop now. He does not cut the grass, which Malaysian 9 did, so it seems like Sopra is a bit more focused on, I guess, respecting the real deal, while Malaysian 9 is a bit more open to like cut the grass and stuff like that. But they are both waiting through the whole animation at least, so Malaysian 9 is not gaining anything there. And is now 7 seconds ahead. I wonder if he gained a lot with cutting the grass, because I don't think Sopra made any mistakes. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. So Malaysian 9 back to having a fairly comfortable lead. 50 more checkpoints until 300. So 115 checkpoints left to go. We'll have to enter the pit stop at least a couple of more times. So Sopra at second, Major at third, Stanek B at fourth now, so Major... no wait, never mind, he was at third place, Major. Stanek B was at fourth. It was Edster and Shuck that was getting closer to Stanek B. Edster now in the pit stop. Shuck is not. He did it in the previous lap, so let's see who's gonna be ahead. Edster leaving the pit stop now. Shuck with much more speed, closing in rapidly on Edster, and Shuck will be at 5th place. But it's really close between these two players. Oh, okay, so apparently if you cut the grass too much, your screen will turn black and you will be forced to respawn. But it seems like you can cut quite a lot of the grass though, especially at just before the pit stop. So yeah, anyways, we have a pretty interesting battle here between Shuck and Edster for 5th place. Then Sheriff is pretty alone at 7th. So is Losco at 8th. MC Robert at 9th. Joshi might be able to catch up to MC Robert perhaps. Fluff might be able to catch up to Joshi. Be Happy though is far behind at 12th. Cure from Black at 13th, also far behind. Supreme only 2 checkpoints behind Cure from Black, so could gain a position. And then Lars dead last at 15th. And likely going to be his position in the end. Oh, and I think he's gonna turn around here maybe? I'm not sure. Yeah, he will enter the pit stop because I guess his fuel was running out. Alright, so Malaysian 9 have now gained over 300 checkpoints. Less than 100 to go. In the lead with 6 seconds ahead of Sopra, who seems to be setting faster times than Malaysian 9, but Malaysian 9 is doing the pit stop, I guess, a bit better by cutting the grass, which seems to gain him Couple seconds. So I don't know if Sopra can actually catch up to Malaysian 9 before it's over. Major could catch up to Sopra though. See how far behind he is. I think like 2 seconds. 2 seconds behind Sopra is Major. Danik B pretty close to Major. I mean, it's pretty close here between Shock, or like 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th place. I wouldn't say top 6 is pretty close actually. There's only 4 checkpoints between them, so it's a pretty nice race. I see Major with a 7th Dedimina record, 106.17. Pretty good time, less than 1 second from the world record by Remix. Marseille 9 about to overlap Be Happy. I think he's like 3 laps ahead of him. "45 checkpoints left for Marseille 9. Oh no, not 45, 85. Got this in the bag. See how far ahead of Sopra he is now. He is 7 seconds. Should be able to complete 1 more lap before entering the pit stop again. And then I guess he will enter it 1 more time before finishing the race, if I'm not incorrect. Sopra will have to rely on a pretty big mistake from RSA9 if he wants to win this race. Major passing Losco. It would be nice if you could see the last time. Like on some servers you can see, on some servers you can see the last time. I guess maybe it's just for time attack perhaps. Would be nice if you could see it in laps mode as well. Marseille 9 now 8 seconds. Oh wait, maybe not. See how far ahead he is. I thought I saw 8 seconds. No, it's 6 seconds now. So maybe he lost some time. Okay, Marseille. No, wait, never mind. He did not enter the pit stop. He will enter it this lap though.
Return immediately to the pits.
Let's see his grass cutting strat. Curious how much faster it is. Coming up now. Yeah, I think that's like at least 1 second faster. Because let's see here, Sopra. He goes way slower here. Yeah, he slows down even to make sure that he goes on the road throughout that whole section. So yeah, that definitely helps Marseille 9, and it's probably gonna be ahead now with 2 more seconds. We'll see as he leaves the pit stop. Yeah, I think he's way far ahead now. Oh, actually no, it's 7 seconds still. Never mind. But it still looks to be Marseille 9 is gonna win this race. He got 22 checkpoints left to pass. Sopra still at second. Ahead of Major with 3 seconds or so. Then we have Danik B. About 2 seconds behind, I believe, Major. So, oh, but hits the curb. Edster will pass him. Edster up to 4th place. But he will have to enter the pit stop now, so he's gonna go back to 5th. Maybe even down to 6th. We'll see if Shuck, who entered the pit stop in the previous lap, will pass him again. As Danik B sneaks up and passes Edster. And here goes Edster. Ooh! Awkward turn. Almost hit the wall. Let's see if Shuck will pass him. Coming up to the stretch now. I think he might be behind this time. Oh no, actually no. He's gonna be quite far ahead of Edster now. So Shuck having a decent lead over Edster to take that 5th place. But if Shuck will have to enter the pit stop 1 lap before the last lap, then Edster would take that 5th place in the end. Oh, it's 50 more checkpoints now. I keep saying the wrong numbers. 50 more checkpoints left to go for Marseille 9. Fluff improving his time as well, 107.86. Yeah, I think Marseille 9 will have to enter the pit stop 1 more time. 6 seconds behind or ahead of Sopra now. So Sopra sometimes gaining like 1 second per lap. I don't think there are any like rules written down about this stuff. There's also, you can also skip the whole animation in the pit stop, but the players aren't doing that for this race. We saw that the first race though, but yeah, aren't really any specific rules as far as I know on what is allowed and what is not. So I mean, Marseille 9 I think can cut that turn, since nothing has been said about it. And a nice time for Marseille 9, 106.53, 12th local record. Sopra is behind with 6 seconds and 30 hundredths. I'll still give him a small chance to win this race, but he will have to play well, and then Marseille 9 will have to lose a couple of seconds by some kind of mistake. See here, Major. Ooh, another bad turn. Where's Danik B? Still behind with a much better turn, so he clearly was gaining a lot there. And we have Shuck at 5th and Edster at 6th. Sheriff at 7th, Losk at 8th, George at 9th, now Fluff at 10th. MC Robert drops down to 11th. Be Happy at 12th, Supreme at 13th, Kira von Black at 14th, and Lars at 15th. Alright, so now Marseille 9 with 30 more checkpoints left to go. Back to 7 seconds ahead of Sopra again. And we'll have to enter the pit stop 2 laps from now, I believe. About to enter another lap. Here comes Sopra through the last turn, and we'll get a slowdown from the curb. That's probably one of the worst places you can get that. Such a long stretch this follows. So that means that Marseille 9 will now be ahead with almost 8 seconds. He's running away with this win. Where's Major? He's still pretty far behind Sopra, especially after that bad corner to the left. Seems to have trouble with it. Jacques looks to be able to, at best, take fourth in this race. It's between him and Edster. And again, Jacques will enter the refill 1 lap before Edster. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen in this fight. Alright, Marseille 9 entering the last lap now before his last pit stop. Seven seconds now ahead of Sopra. It's like he's gaining 1 second and then he's losing 1 second. But he's still keeping the distance and should be able to win this one. Great turn. Kept a lot of speed. See how Sopra does it. He does it well too. Marseille 9 passing MC Robert. And here comes the pit stop for the last time. And then I guess there's only 1 lap left to go after that. Yeah, 1 more lap after this pit stop. So here we go. Marseille 9 entering the last lap. Sopra into the pit stop now. And there he's leaving it. Here's Major. So he's about 7 seconds behind Sopra, I believe. And then Edster now is at 4th place. Will be able to enter the last lap with enough fuel. So that means Edster will take 4th. Nice strat from Edster if that was intentional. He's actually passing Danik B as well. So we have a close battle between Edster and Danik B for 4th. Jacques is entering the pit stop now. Anyways, let's take Marseille 9 into the finish. He's gonna win it and get 35 points, I believe, for 1st place. And with that, we'll pass Remix, who didn't play this week. 1 more turn left to go for Mars 89. 8 seconds ahead of Sopra. Ooh, nice turn from Sheriff going on the grass. Anyways, here's Marseille 9 through the stretch and will take home the race. Sopra will take 2nd. So a nice race from him as well. And who's gonna take 3rd? It is Major, I believe. Yes, still ahead of Danik B, who's now at 4th again. See if Edster is close. Major will take 3rd. Let's see where Edster is. Oh, he's behind Danik B. So Danik B is gonna take 4th. Edster 5th. Close fight. And here's Jacques taking 6th. Far ahead of Sheriff. So we have a I guess an 11-minute timer. For everyone else to finish. And I guess the next race will be in 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. Not sure what the actual schedule is, we'll have to look it up. But yeah, it's not every week. Sheriff will take 7th. Then we got Losco next. is on his way to finish the race at 8. 10 checkpoints ahead of the next player. Nice custom horn. Alright, here comes Joshi. Not that far ahead of Fluff actually, but still more than enough to take 9th place. We'll take... oh no, he got one more lap left to go, never mind. So one more left to go for Joshi. And also for Fluff and MC Robert. Then I guess Be Happy got 2 more laps left to go, so Prime 3. Also Kira from Black 3, and then Lars, I'm not sure, but it's like 10 laps or so, maybe more. We'll see if he can finish the race. Yeah, I guess Edster did, it was kind of a mistake, I guess, because I guess the most ideal way would be to do it the way the other players near him did. Yeah, he says here in the chat, I ran out just on the back straight, so I respawned at the last checkpoint before the pits. Otherwise he would have had to drive blindly into the pit. Alright, anyways, here comes Joshi, taking 9th. And then Fluff is next. MC Robert is actually really close. Doesn't have any more fuels and hits that small sign. So he's not going to be able to pass Fluff, who takes 10th. He's in the pit stop now, actually. Will MC Robert pass him? No. No, Fluff did take 10th by entering the pit stop, I guess. I don't know. I guess so. He's still driving. No, he's not. No, that was Lars. Ah, never mind. Anyways, Fluff will take 10th. MC Robert 11th. And next up is Be Happy. Still not exactly sure on how the format works, to be honest. I'll have to try and figure it out more as I cast more of these races. Be Happy starting to get his screen darker and darker since his... oh wait, wait a minute. Penalty exit from the racetrack. Back to the pits for a penalty. So I guess Be Happy will have to enter the pit stops. Which he won't do. But I guess maybe he still will finish though. Yeah, he will. So I guess it doesn't matter. Alright, so next is Supreme. Still got 1 lap left to go. 6 minutes left on the clock. Three checkpoints out of Kira from Black. Yeah, I don't know if Lars can actually finish this race. Alright, see you, Nelky. Thanks for watching. I know it's late, so not really expecting too many viewers or anything like that. Alright, here's Supreme closing in on the finish. 1 turn left to go. Getting a slowdown from the curb, but will take 13th place. Then we have Kira from Black on the last lap. Is he purposely not sliding? I don't think so. I think he just doesn't know how to do it probably, or not too good at it. Can definitely take some time getting the hang of it. Kira from Black will take 14th, and then only Lars is driving, although is he? No, he's not. He retired, so that's gonna be it. Morris 89 wins the race, Sopra 2nd, and Major 3rd. Next race, I believe, in 2 weeks. That's gonna be it. Thanks everyone for watching. See ya.